Hey there, you know what time it is. It's Fun Friday. And you know what that means. We have licensed therapist and comedian Ponseer Daniels in with us to talk all things self-care related. Thanks so much for joining us.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yes, is this like Christmas Eve?
I believe this is exactly Christmas
I like
Eve.
that.
Yes.
I like that.
Festivus, that's what it is. It's Festivus.
Well, I am so glad to be here again.
Yes. We're talking about something really important right now. You know, with the holidays around the corner, literally, I think self-care is needed all the time.
Yes.
But right now, it may be heightened. Talk to us about some holiday stressors that people can experience.
Oh, this is a great topic because Christmas is, 2 days away?
Right.
And we are all, me included, are experiencing so many stressors that are associated with holidays, such as social gatherings, family functions. Children are home from school right now, so they're eating all the food in the house. Also, for some of us, we deal with grief and loss during this time of the year. Some have experienced loss recently, and sometimes this year is a reminder of the things that we don't have. There are other stressors, such as financial strain. We are still in inflation. Cost of living is high, and so people are experiencing so many burdens and hardships as well. And last but not least, we have stresses related to shopping and buying gifts and standing in long lines and planning meals and having to also clean our homes for guests. So those are some typical stressors that oftentimes we all experience during the holidays.
When you have so many balls up in the air that you're trying to juggle, it is very difficult to get some, not just alone time, but some me time. This is what we're talking about, self-care. Let's talk about what self-care actually is.
So self-care is basically taking the time to do things that nourish you. These things also improve your overall well-being, your physical health, your mental health. Also, they replenish you. So what you have to do is first identify what your needs are, and then take a plan or make a plan, strategize, how do I make sure that my needs are met? For example, a couple of weeks ago, I went to Greenville, South Carolina because I just needed to get away. I needed some quiet time. And so I went away, went to a hotel for a couple of days, and I did not leave the room only until I needed to eat. And that was refreshing for me because I needed that space to sort of decompress, try to strategize, think about my goals, and think about the things that I allowed to stress me. So I think it's different for each of us.
And what are some more tips that people can take to manage their stress? I know there's a lot of things we can do self-care related, but what would you suggest?
Ooh, how many can I give?
Well, we only got about 2 minutes. So.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I would say first, really think about what is important during this time of the year for you. It may be different for someone else. So this year, I'm always giving to others, but I am going to take the time to buy something for myself. Always do something for yourself. Also, when you're purchasing gifts for others, if you like that gift yourself, keep it for yourself.
Well, that won't be regifted. Oh, that's the ultimate regift. I guess that's what that
I
is.
thought you were going to say buy another. She said, no, just buy it and keep it.
No, I'm guilty because I feel like, if I like that gift, I'm going to keep it. And my gift to them is the presence of myself.
There you go.
Also, I would say set realistic expectations. Oftentimes, we want things to be perfect, but sometimes it just needs to be good enough. For example, sometimes we're running around, we're trying to make sure the house is spotless. It doesn't have to be spotless. It doesn't have to be shiny. We just want to make sure that that environment is fun and inviting and that we're spending time and making those precious memories with our family. I would also say make sure you're planning and you're organizing. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Make sure that you are eating properly, and also take the time to reflect on the goals that you want for next year. But it's very important that you take the time for yourself during this time of the year and not add stressors. And I think it's important, even when we're purchasing gifts for other people, make sure that you're sticking to a budget.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't want to add stressors because we have to live after the holidays. And sometimes we have to be honest with our loved ones and let them know, I may not be able to get you what I want to get you this year, but we're going to do something differently.
You bring up loved ones, friends, family. It's very important, especially during the holiday season. How do we make sure someone we know is good? If their self-time isn't maybe self-time, how do we make sure of that?
It's really important during this time of year to check in with family and friends, especially those that have lost loved ones over recent years. Sometimes you may want to do a virtual meeting through Zoom. I know that we did that a lot during the pandemic. We checked in with each other because we couldn't be in the same space. I would also suggest picking up the phone and call, and if they don't call or return your call, try not to take it personal. Also, you can send a text message. And sometimes, I know during the pandemic, we did drop-bys and we sung in front of each other's homes because we weren't able to, necessarily go in the house and gather together. So there's various ways to check in with each other. But and even you can send a gift to someone or send a card. Let them know I'm thinking of you during this time of the year. So there's many ways to check in with your friends and let them know I'm thinking of you and you're not alone.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Poncia, for coming on our show.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to your loved ones.
Thank you,
Good to
thank
see
you,
you.
thank you.
Thanks for
Good to
joining
see
us.
you all again.
Still ahead, we're going to bring you more fun and some good music that you don't want to miss. Morning Mix continues right here.